I'm Dave. And I'm Joey. And we're from the Leeds band Surya, and you're listening to Shutter 16 magazine.
Can we get started by having you kind of tell us just a little bit about the band history, kind of how you first got started?
Well, I will hand you over to Joey to
Okay, sure.
this story, because he's going to start this whole thing himself. Hello there, I'm Joey.
Hi.
So the way the band started was I got together with my old bassist. We were friends from music college. We wanted to start a band. We'd been talking about it for many years. Obviously, we went through a few drummers by going online searching for them. It took us quite a while. We lined up our drummer Nick, and we just played 3-piece for a while, and then we got Dave on board, and we'd already written 3 or 4 tracks by that point, and we had this opportunity to put his vocals on things, which was great. It really brought the rest of the tracks out, because we were planning on going just to be an instrumental band, to try and get some traction, get a vocalist on board that way by seeing, advertising when we're out on stage, saying, we're looking for a vocalist, if you like, what we're playing. But fortunately, we got Dave on board through Nick, as they were friends from a previous engagement.
Cool. So tell me a little bit about Crows, how that song kind of came together, and kind of what's the process in general for writing songs within the band.
So generally, so far, it's been, as I've been a guitarist since the beginning of the band, I'll come up with the main riff, and I'll put together a basic structure of a song. Maybe I'll program some basic drums or something like that, and then I'll send it off to the rest of the band, and then we'll all get together and pick out parts that we like.
Okay.
That's what we did with Crows. As the Crows is more of we've kind of established our own sound now, whereas before we're kind of branching out into different areas. With Crows, we all sat down and picked out parts that we like, and just, really emphasised bits that worked, changed bits that didn't work so well. Because I just remember in particular there were certain sections in Crows that really didn't work together in terms of they were kind of jarring when you put them together. So we got our other guitarist on board, and he helped us to write some, just basically transition parts, a lot of harmonies, and it kind of made me go, oh, you need to look at this from another perspective. And it was really nice to have have someone else, another guitarist, to look at your music and
Sure.
really challenge me to write there. And that's what Tom's brought on board. But that's really how Crows came about. It was the first time we really collaborated as a band.
Nice. Now, what about the lyrics? Who kind of comes up with those, and what sort of things inspire the lyrics for the band?
Well, when it comes to the overall lyrics, it's generally me and Joseph that get together. We used to live together, so we used to spend quite a lot of time together, and we have quite a lot of the same headset when it comes to politics and general world being and mental health issues,
Sure.
such like this. So we kind of a lot of our songs, because obviously within the metal genre, the music is quite empowering as well as being angry. So we try and kind of take the negatives and either emphasize on them or try and turn them into a positive to some extent. And when we did the lyrics for Crows, that's kind of what we did on the whole. It's basically, it's generally about the world having to come together in order to save itself from itself, so to speak, if you get what I'm saying.
Sure, absolutely.
There's a double meaning in a lot of our lyrics. Yeah.
Nope.
Definitely, we try not to overthink things, but at the same time, we definitely overthink things.
What about the video for Crows? Because it's a really cool visual. So what kind of were you trying to convey visually that fits with the music and lyrics?
Well, when we set out because we actually we started writing an entire plan for a proper full-blown video for it.
Okay.
The actual video that we've got out at the minute with the song was meant to just be almost like a warm-up for it, just so we could get the song released and out there, because it was getting to the point where it was taking a bit too
too long, because obviously the video that we actually had in plan for it was like borderline World War III. So it was a lot of planning, and then it was like, oh, but we want to get out before Christmas, we want to get out before we play the next big gig, and it's just the video that we wanted for it was just not going to be out in time, so we commissioned a couple of guys from our hometown of Leeds to kind of put out just this, like, an illustrative sort of video. We just explained to them what the song was about and how it's quite destructive, and then the literally just came back with this video, and it's just like full blown like nuclear holocaust, and we was like, this is sick. We're going with it.
Awesome. Now, when you were working on the video, are you like involved at all in like the kind of particulars of the video, or did you just give these guys kind of free rein and they come up with the idea?
It's a bit of both, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like, obviously, an artist cannot be drawn upon. It's like, if we work with somebody that we have confidence in, then we'll just give them kind of like an idea, see what they come back with, and like a lot of our stuff is all done DIY. Like, our drummer Nick is a very talented videographer. He also does a lot of editing and illustration himself, and we're all kind of very creative people, and we all have strong points of view. So if we actually outsource to another person or another artist or company, then whatever they send back to us, we always heavily critique it. We're always like, well, that could do with a bit more there, and this could do with not being there, and so on and so forth. So it just kind of, yeah, we do give them free rein to start off with if we use somebody else, but we will always kind of have the final say overall of what we want to be done with it.
Sure, of course. Now, what about new music? Are you guys working on the next song down the pipe?
Yeah, we've literally got a song now which is pretty much just about to start being recorded. It is called Shattered Thrones. It's quite an epic song, and it's going to be absolutely insane.
Okay, awesome. When do you think we could expect that coming out?
We're booked in the studio in January, mid-January. I don't know whether we're going to go with the guys for mixing and mastering, but we should get it down relatively quickly. We all know our parts very well. But I would hope by mid-February, early March.
Okay, cool.
Bear in mind that every song that we've ever released has taken at least a year.
So we're a bit more focused now. We're all in a good place.
Okay, well that's good. Now, what about playing out live? Are you guys gigging a lot? What's the kind of the metal scene there in Leeds?
Well, I actually I'm partnered with my colleague who we have our own promotions company.
Okay, cool.
Music promotions. We bring quite a lot of metal and like alternative to the Leeds scene. But other than us, there's a couple of other promoters out there, along with the main one, which is Slam Dunk, and that it's quite thriving at the minute to some extent, even though the venues are dwindling ever so much. In regard to us gigging, we are currently booking a UK tour.
Okay, cool.
We are hoping to branch out over to Europe as soon as possible, hopefully. But obviously, all that takes time and a lot of money.
Sure.
But we are hoping to get there by summer at the latest.
Now, do any of you come from kind of musical backgrounds? I know you mentioned music school, so were you into music at a young age, or how did you kind of first get your start knowing that this was what you wanted to do?
For me personally, and like I've always been heavily influenced by music. And like my older brother, my brother's 9 years older than me, and he was always into like the likes of Iron Maiden and Exploited and Motorhead and all that sort of thing. And I always kind of drew my influence from him to some extent. And then, but it wasn't until my uncle Michael introduced me to Bon Jovi's Crossroads when I was 9 years old that I really started getting into it. But in music on an actual performance level for myself, it didn't come in until I was in my early 20s. And that was just through literally messing around with my friends, and then it just kind of everything escalated from there. Whereas with Joey's always been like, he's always had a tambourine in his hand.
Yeah, I went early teens. I picked up a guitar, and since then, I went through music college, and then went to do a production course at university. So I've always, educationally, I've focused towards music, but I've also focused towards it in my spare time as well. That's top and bottom of it. I just always had a guitar. So yeah.
Awesome. Now, what is the first concert you ever attended?
Jeez, for me, it'll probably have been Jesus Christ.
No, he's not touring anymore.
Christmas. Mine would have been Iron Maiden when I was, I don't even know how old I was. I definitely was very, very, very young, probably even too young to be in the actual venue that I was in. So I'm going to leave that at that because I should remember. What about you, Joey?
Mine was Wednesday 13.
Oh, nice.
Years. Yeah, I think it was about 13 or 14 when I started. I used to be obsessed with Murder Doll, Slipknot, Wednesday 13, all that.
Oh, that's cool. He doesn't live that far from me in North Carolina. I just got the chance to talk to him a couple weeks before Christmas. And they do a big horror convention here in February that he's a part of. So that's pretty cool.
He lives in Charlotte or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte, and he lives just a little bit north of us. And there's they call it the Mad Monster Party, and there's
Charlotte?
Yep.
Isn't that where Rick Flair's from?
Oh yes, woo! Absolutely. Now, what is the one thing that you would want people to know about the band?
We're out there.
Jesus Christ.
Come find us, come listen.
Yeah, basically, we've got loads of music out there at the minute. We've got about maybe 9 songs out on all platforms. We've got a fair few videos on YouTube. We're literally grafting as hard as we can to try and get somewhere, if not anywhere. And we do it all for the love of the music. We never make any money whatsoever out of this. We all have full-time jobs. We're literally just in it for the love of putting smiles on faces.
Awesome. Awesome.